Hello, this is Pastor Roland. Today I would like to continue with my discussion about love. I began last time talking about um, St. Paul in 1 Corinthians 13. I began talking about the famous passage there about love. And today I want to continue with that topic. Just by way of review, perhaps you remember um, how it goes. And I'm just going to read very quickly through part of it here. Though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and have not love, I am but a sounding brass or a tingling cymbal. And although I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not love, it profits me nothing. Love suffereth long, and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not puff itself up with pride. Love does not behave itself unseemly. It seeks not its own, is not easily provoked. It thinks no evil. It does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Love never fails. Okay? Now, that's a beautiful, beautiful line right there. Love never fails. Okay? That's why we mustn't quit on people. We must never give up on them. That doesn't mean that we can't sometimes have what's called tough love. I'm sure you've heard that expression, tough love. See, God has two sides. He has a stern side, and he has a kind side. God is very kind, very forgiving, very merciful, long-suffering, patient. Okay? But he also has a stern side. Okay? So he's like the good father. Now we all know that a good father does have a stern side. Sometimes father has to put his foot down. No, you can't go out after 10 o'clock. No, you can't go buy those things. No, you can't go with those people there to go out carousing at night. No, you can't smoke marijuana. No, you can't play those video games. You see what I mean? Father has to have the stern side. Okay? But Father also has a twinkle in his eye. Okay? So I think you understand that. You understand that. Well, okay, that's the way God is. Okay? It says love never fails. So let's just look at one little aspect of this. Maybe this will be quite elucidating for you. We all know what intuition is, but few of us heed it. And you have no idea how powerful intuition can be. It's actually from God. God gives animals instinct. He gives humans intuition. By instinct, a bunny knows how to be a bunny rabbit, and a cat knows how to be a cat. A cat doesn't have to go to school to learn how to be a cat. He has instinct. Well, God gave humans intuition. Okay? So that you can know how to be a human. What's right and what's not right. And its present sight, it's also foresight. Okay? So it becomes a lamp unto your feet. Okay? But few of us heed intuition. We doubt it. We listen to other people and what they say, and we doubt ourselves. We doubt our intuition. Later we could kick ourselves. We say, what did I do that for? What did I buy that for? See? But instead we doubted what we knew in our heart, because the thing on the outside always seemed fun, exciting, naughty, pleasurable. People said, come on, let's do it. So you went along to get along, or to get approval from the group, or to rebel. Okay? So you ignored your intuition and went out and did things that you shouldn't do. Made mistakes. Intuition can be very subtle too. It can be whether to turn right or left. See, right or left sometimes. Person turns right and there's disaster. Person turns left and the person is safe. See? Get on one airplane, you're safe. Get on another airplane, something bad happens. Okay? So intuition is very, very important. A lot of people have had an experience where, for example, they came to a stoplight, red stoplight. Then the light turned green. It was time to go. But for some reason, they didn't go. Something was withholding them. Somehow they just sensed not to go immediately. And then all of a sudden, here comes a red light runner. It goes flying right through the intersection. If the person had immediately gone, they would have been hit by the red light runner, see? So intuition is very, very important. It's a gift from God. Okay? Now, okay, so I've said that. Okay, so that's very, very, very good. Now here's the thing. When we don't pay attention to our intuition, when we doubt it, when we disregard it, when we thumb our nose at it, when we listen to other people instead of what we know in our heart, we go out and we make mistakes, do bad things, wrong things, foolish things, silly things, ill-timed things. And then what? Then we have conscience. See, although some people nowadays are so far from their conscience, they're so far from it, they don't even know they have a conscience. They don't even sense it anymore, except maybe as anxiety. Little kids are very close to God. They're close to their conscience. But hopefully you have a conscience, so when you've done something that's wrong, you were impatient with your children, or you yelled at them, or you were mean to somebody, afterwards you feel bad. That's your conscience, okay? Now, conscience makes you feel bad. Why? Because it wants you to see that you did something that wasn't good, okay? And then it doesn't want you to do it anymore. Well, that's kind of like the stern side, okay? So you see why there has to be a stern side, okay? So that, because if there were no stern side, then what? Then it would be all permissiveness. See, if there's no side that says no, you can't do that, that's not right. If there's no side that says that, then it's just permissive. And what happened? We all know what happens to kids whose parents are permissive, don't we? Well, now you see that there are two sides. So it says love never fails. So one of the proofs that God exists, is the fact that you have an intuition, a conscience, which is intuition when it becomes 20/20 hindsight, that pursues you after you've erred, okay? Because that is God's love. He wants you to see that you did wrong and be sorry for it. That's all. So you won't do it anymore. Okay? Now what does wrong mean? Okay? Well, there's a lot of things that could be wrong, but wrong is usually something involving hate, resentment, okay, meanness, impatience. Okay? You see how that is? So now you got the idea. All right, so love never fails. So that is why a person, like when you're married, that's what's wrong with divorce. What's divorce but giving up on somebody? Throwing in the towel. Why? So you can find greener pastures? So you can have a little bit of peace? Okay? Most of the time it's because it's out of selfishness. A person wants to play the field or experiment or do their own thing or doesn't want to be bothered with a person. See? Well, that's not good, especially for the father, for the husband. The husband should abide. See, what does it say here? It says, love is long-suffering. See, a father is supposed to be long-suffering. Love is kind, okay? Father's supposed to be kind, not mean, not angry and mean, but kind. What that means is that hope springs eternal. God is always hoping. See, He has love. He's always hoping that the person will turn around. the bumper sticker says God allows U-turns. Okay, He's always hoping. And that love is always hoping the person will turn around, mend their ways, see that they're making a mistake. See? That's what love is hoping for. It doesn't quit on people. And it certainly doesn't hope that they're going to mess up. See? It doesn't hope that at all. Love endures all things. What it means is, remember in the marriage vows it says for better or worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health. Okay? If you love somebody with real love, whatever that is, then you stand by them. Okay? You stand by them. Now it doesn't mean that if they're doing something bad, they're taking drugs or something like that, that you solace it and enable wrong. It doesn't mean that your kids are smoking marijuana, so you enable them. No. See, a lot of parents do that. They enable their kids. Their kids do bad things. Kids go out and take drugs, rob a place, and then the parent is there, acting as if their kid is wonderful. You see what I mean? That's not what it means. But what it means is if the other person is sick, the other person has a few issues, the other person is not perfect, they're not beautiful anymore, they're not handsome anymore, you stand by them. That's what love is. Okay? That's what love is.